Again and again in history, some people wake up. They demand room for bold and audacious action. The future speaks ruthlessly through them. They change the world.
In the first half of the 20th century, many stepped forward to take such bold and audacious action.
They were the pioneers of the family planning movement.
Pioneers such as Elise Otterson-Jensen, Shizue Kato, Margaret Sanger and Lady Rama Rao.
They shared a vision.
I dream of the day when every newborn child is welcome, when men and women are equal, and when sexuality is an expression of intimacy, joy and tenderness.
They were united in their beliefs.
If women are not allowed knowledge to control their own bodies, they will never be free.
They knew that they would have to fight for that freedom.
I was prepared to face opposition, even ridicule, denunciation. But I also had to prepare myself to face courts and even prisons. But I resolved to stand up alone, if necessary, against all the entrenched forces which opposed me.
In 1952, these campaigners and many others came together at a conference in Mumbai.
8 family planning associations joined together to pursue their vision.
And the International Planned Parenthood Federation was born.
10 years later, the Federation had more than tripled in size. Decade by decade, the movement grew
And grew.
And grew.
Today, there are more than 150 member associations.
Working in more than 170 countries.
82% of all nations on Earth are served by a family planning association that is part of the IPPF global family.
Since 1952, member associations have worked tirelessly.
reaching out to the poor, the vulnerable, the marginalized,
running mobile clinics
and permanent sexual health facilities,
distributing supplies, educating young people,
informing and advising mothers,
training professional staff,
providing maternal health services,
providing counseling, treatment and care for sexually transmitted infections.
Today, this global work continues on a monumental scale. In 2011, member associations provided more than 89.6 million services. 89.6 million counselling, contraceptive, maternal and child health, gynecological, HIV and AIDS and abortion-related services.
to 33 million people.
Through 65,000 delivery points.
run by over 30,000 staff and millions of volunteers worldwide.
Our services averted 710,000 unsafe abortions.
And 2.6 million unintended pregnancies.
Those 89.6 million services saved lives.
This is what member associations deliver, day in, day out, across the globe.
This is what makes us one of the most powerful sexual and reproductive health and rights organisations in the world.
It means that together, as IPPF, we can speak with one powerful, authoritative, influential voice.
Which is heard by politicians, policymakers, private foundations and NGOs.
On the international stage,
We have many challenges ahead and commitments to fulfill.
We have to redouble our efforts and deliver more services.
because there are more than 200 million women in the developing world who do not want to get pregnant but do not have access to contraception. They are not empowered to choose.
We united thousands of groups in support of the 2012 London Summit.
We must build on this.
And serve as the voice of the world's sexual health and rights groups.
And as governments and policymakers grapple with alleviating poverty,
We need to make it clear that proper family planning provision is the key.
Because what underpins all our work is an unshakable belief that sexual and reproductive health is a basic human right.
the founders who inspired our movement were brave and angry.
And we are as brave and angry today as they were then.
Because we understand the tragic everyday reality of lives lived without proper sexual and reproductive health and rights.
When you say here, 1 million people are dead, that's statistics, dumb statistics. But when you lose a close one, when you lose your mother, when you lose your sister in a community, then you know it's no more a number, it's a pain. That's what is important and what is powerful.
That understanding motivated the formation of IPPF 60 years ago.
And it has driven our work ever since.
The IPPF is, I believe, the most successful social movement of the 20th century. We are strong and vibrant, and nothing is going to stop us.
Nothing is going to stop us helping people.
Fighting poverty.
Changing laws.
And saving lives.
Nothing is going to stop us striving to change the world.
IPPF, 60 years and counting.